Hello, Superkids. Alright, so I promise we'll make this quick and painless so that you can get to the Fun Friday activities today. Okay? Today, you are going to get a little more practice reading and spelling those words with vowel triggers. So, right now what I want you to do is look at these words, pause the video, and practice reading them to yourself. And notice that this E at the end is a vowel trigger, because if Super E would fly over to make this I say its name, this word would be Give, and I never heard of that before, did you? No. And if this Super E didn't have to, or really had to be here, it'd be flying over to make this E say its name, but we don't need Super E for that because the vowel pair of EA already says E's name, doesn't it? Okay, so pause your video and practice reading each of these words to yourself. Okay, great. Now that you've done that, let's grab a paper and pencil and practice doing some writing. It is Friday, but we are not having a test. This is not a spelling test. We are just practicing. We're going to save the test for next week, okay? Practice number 1.
Give. Cass picked apples to give to the kids. Give.
Pause your video between each number and spell give. Did you remember the E at the end is a vowel trigger? He doesn't fly over to make I say its name.
Please. Remember to say please and thank you. Please.
Pause your video to spell please. Okay, again, here's an E at the end, but he's not flying over to make E say its name because EA doesn't need a super E, does it? So that's a vowel trigger. Number 3.
Leave. Did you leave your book in the car? Leave.
Pause your video and spell leave. Okay, here we go again. The word leave has an EA vowel pair in the middle that already makes E say its name. We did not need a super E to fly over, so this is a vowel trigger.
Snore. People snore when they are sleeping. Snore.
Mr. Wright certainly snores a lot. That'll be our secret. Okay, stop your video and spell snore. Again, on this one, it looks like we have super E, but Bossy R is getting in charge here, and he says, nope, O is not going to say its name. Bossy R is making O say or. Let's try number 5.
More. May I have more popcorn? More.
Well, I think more rhymes with snore, so that's a great clue for you. Look up at number 4 and change snore. So now it says more. And number 5.
More. May I have more popcorn?
There's more.
More.
Here's number 6.
Mouse. My pet mouse has white fur. Mouse.
Pause your video and spell mouse. And here's our last one, remember? OU says ow. If this E is super E, he'd fly over and make O say its name, but OU says ow, not O, right? So that's a vowel trigger. Let's try a sentence.
Please hold the book for me.
Please hold the book for me. 6 words, pause your video. Did you spell please correctly? You should have. It was right there with number 2, wasn't it? But did you remember to start with an uppercase letter? All right, hold is one of our memory words. Book is from last week. The double O's say And did you remember to put a period at the end of this sentence? Good golly, I hope you certainly would remember that at this point in 1st grade, right? 2nd grade teachers are going to want to make sure you know those things. Okay, on this page in your practice workbook, you need to choose one of these blue words. Read the sentence. Lily is making a tapping blank. Is she making a tapping nose or a tapping noise? Sure, right? It's a noise, so you would circle the second one. Now, since they both have an E, what kind of E does noise have? Does noise have a super E that's flying over to make the O say its name? Or does noise have a tag-along E that's just kind of coming along for a good time? It's not really doing anything. Yes, noise has a tag-along E. So for number 1, you're going to circle the word noise, and then you're going to fill in this circle that says the E at the end of noise is a tag-along E. And you'll do the same thing for numbers 2 through 7. All right? Let's take a look at one more page in your practice workbook. Here we have our memory words for this unit. Say it after me. Hold, give, old, write. This is write it with a pencil. This is not Mrs. Wright's name. And 8. This is the number 8. This is not I ate my breakfast, right? So you have some clues here. One thing that when good readers do is they read and notice clues in the words that help us figure out what it means. And one great way to find a clue is to look for opposites. So in number 1, 2, and 3, you're going to find a memory word that's the opposite of the pink word. Another kind of clue is when the sentence has words like it's between or what it means. Okay? So you're going to look for a memory word at the top that goes in each of these sentences. Okay? And I'm going to give you a little bit more of a clue in number 5. When it means the same as scribble, it's not exactly the same, because a scribble would be messy, and the word you're looking for should be something we try to do neatly. But for both, we would be holding a pencil to either scribble or do this neatly. So that's your clue I'm going to give you for that one. Okay, everybody? And the last part we have is a little practice page that you'll find in your packet. And boys and girls, when we get this page most of the time, it's 2 sets of the same 6 words, isn't it? But today you have 12 different words. The words with the stars are vowel trigger words, and they are from your spelling list. And the words without the stars, these are also vowel trigger words. Okay, but what I'm going to suggest to you is use these and try to pretend you're having a spelling test. Remember, if there's an E at the end of the word that is not flying over to make any other letter say its name, that is not a super E, that is a tag-along E. And he's just along for the ride. He is not really doing much for the word. Except remember, in words where E is next to a C, he leans over and says, "Hey buddy, could you be a little softer?" And words where E is next to a G, like these two, he does the same. He leans over. Here he makes the C sound like an S, and here he makes the G sound like a J, doesn't he? All right, so cut those out, mix them up, turn them over, practice. See if you can close your eyes and spell them by yourself, okay? It's a great activity. And then because it's Fun Friday and we don't want to work too hard, I would like you to please go on Superkids Online Fun, and you are going to choose the story Zoo Clue, and go ahead and let the story be read to you on the computer. We'll have more time next week to read this aloud from our white storybook. So I would like to just put my feet up and relax and enjoy hearing the story being read to me online. And the last and final thing we're going to do today is I have included for you Miss Elise's video that we started yesterday, but remember we stopped it a little bit early. Today we're going to finish that video and write up our sing cane. You will need your resource pages that you already started from yesterday and the day before, and you will use those to finish up your writing. And Miss Elise is going to expect that you have checked your work. So take a look now, right? Look at your action poem that you wrote yesterday and look at your syncane that you're doing today. Is there any information you want to add? Anything you think could make it better? Any thoughts or ideas you just had you want to go back in? Any feelings you want to add to that part of the poem? And then finally, check and make sure. You had a sentence at the end of that syncane, didn't you? Is it a whole sentence with enough words to make sense? Did it begin with an uppercase letter? Does it have a punctuation mark at the end? Check your spelling. Check your neat writing. Okay? And I am very excited to see how these end of year books are turning out because I know you have a lot of great first grade memories. So that's it for today. After this, you got plenty of time to go out in the yard, maybe do one of those backyard challenges, send me some pictures so I can make your video. Enjoy yourselves, get outside, and hug someone in your family. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.